bastard boyfriend of yours got what he deserved. I hope he's rotting in hell.
Are you actually incompetent?
Hey, what's wrong?
What were you doing up there?
I don't know.
Let's get you away from here.
Right away. I'm leaving town.
And where are you going?
I don't know.
I brought you these. Something to look forward to.
Venice.
The only trouble is it's full of tourists.
A couple of lovebirds like you won't notice a thing.
Stop it. Now, you two need to talk. I'll get out of your hair, thank you.
Right. Where do we start?
Forensic report. Gunshot residue was found on your clothes.
What? How did that? Which means I did it.
No, not necessarily. The residue could have easily come from someone else.
I don't get it.
Well, someone else fired the shots, then touched you for whatever reason, possibly to implicate you later. I mean, Brooke Freeman could have done it. Washed the evidence from her own body when she went into the sea.
That's a bit of a stretch.
Why? Her DNA was on the gun as well as yours.
If she touched me, I don't remember it.
You sure?
Positive. All I remember is going back to Ethan's place. Like I said, and then after that, blank.
Sorry to drag you away from your bar again.
It's all right, I'm lucky. I've got good staff.
How many on the payroll?
Oh, 15 or thereabouts, including part-timers. That's for both bars.
You must be doing pretty well for yourself.
Yes, I am.
Dr. Pierce obviously knew a good investment when he saw one. Took a risk, though, didn't he? If he'd done his research, he would have found out how many new bars open and close every year.
That's why it's important to get publicity right from the start. Make a big splash when you open.
He certainly did that with the Ivy Central.
Well, we went out of our way to get a few celebrities in, which certainly paid off in the social pages.
It wasn't all A-list, though, was it? I'm sure you weren't pushing Kane Harvey or Kingi Tiwaka in front of the photographers. Funny thing, I sent a couple of the boys in to check out the place, more than once. And they tell me it's usually next to empty, which doesn't quite tally with your financial records.
Yeah, it's a temporary lull post-Christmas. It always happens.
Right. Middle of summer and nobody's drinking.
Detective, half my regulars are still in the Coromandel.
I also took the liberty of calling some of your 15 or so staff, only to find out most of them don't seem to exist. Same could be said for the tradesman who fitted out the place for you. According to your records, you paid top dollar.
Yeah, I did.
Then why do I keep hearing that the Whitetails did it for next to nothing? Out of the goodness of their hearts, was it? Or could it be that the Ivy Central was nothing but an elaborate front set up for the sole purpose of laundering gang drug money?
Don't take this the wrong way, but I've been thinking about your girlfriend. How's she sleeping?
Oh, she's managing when she's got sleeping pills to pop.
Just that I talked to my friend from the sleep lab. I know Tracy was reluctant, but Megan is keen to help if she can.
Yeah, how does it go again?
Tracy comes in, Megan wires her up. Tracy goes to sleep, Megan watches her through the night.
Kinky. But you heard her the other day. She's not into it.
Well, if she'd like to have a rethink, I'm sure Megan will find a space for her.
Well, I'll tell her. Thanks, mate.
And if she still doesn't like the idea, she can always come back to me for more hypnotherapy.
Got it. I'll talk to her.
I don't know you're a hypnotherapist.
I've got a piece of paper somewhere to prove it.
Does that mean you can make me take my clothes off and cluck like a chicken?
If you think that'll be therapeutic.
Sorry, I know there's more to it than that.
A lot more.
Can it make you remember things you might have forgotten?
Things the conscious mind has suppressed. Are you looking for someone to unlock the secret room?
I might be. Yeah.
Now, what was going through your head out there? Did you know what you were doing, or did you just not realise where you were?
I just didn't care. The car could have hit me and I wouldn't have cared. That would have been my way out.
You said you wanted to leave town,
There's nothing here for me, not now.
now that Ethan's gone. That's not true, Brooke. You're your own person. You always have been.
I was his. I still am.
Ethan's dead. Let him go.
I don't want to. What does that tell you?
You're hurt. You're grieving.
No,
You're
I'm
upset.
as bad as he was.
No.
All those terrible things he did. He was a monster. And I still love him. He was a monster and I still love him. What does that make me?
Now, we can sit here and talk crap all day, Mitchell, or you can help me out here a little bit.
And how's that?
You tell me, is there anything you'd like to volunteer at this point? You sure about that? I know you're aware things aren't looking too promising for you. You were Ethan's business partner, you had shares in Nessa's bio, and then there's that interesting surveillance footage of you at Haldane's funeral home.
How would you explain that? I was there to meet Ethan about the bar.
Yes, you did explain that right after you tried to deny you'd ever been there.
Detective, if you truly thought any of that was so significant, why have you waited so long to talk to me again?
Well, apologies for keeping you dangling so long. I've been a bit busy.
Yes, you have. After all, there's so many people that had the means, the motive, and the opportunity to kill Ethan.
Motive. My guess is that Ethan had worked out your money laundering scam with the Whitetails and wasn't too happy about it. Maybe he was about to come to us and blow the whole thing wide open. Now, you couldn't have that happen, could you? That's when Don Lennox comes into the picture.
You're dreaming.
Don Lennox, mate of yours, isn't he?
Far from it.
How much did you pay him?
Nothing.
I don't believe you.
Well, why don't you charge me then? Oh, that's right, because you can't. Because you don't have a shred of evidence that would stand up in court, and that's for a very good reason. I didn't do it. Am I under arrest or not?
Not today.
Good. And you won't mind if I get back to work?
Latest from the police. It's the closest thing we've had to good news. No fingerprints on the weapon.
I could have wiped them off.
Well, I doubt you would have been quite so efficient as drunk as you were.
So, Brooke Freeman.
That was my first thought, but doesn't really stack up. She shoots Ethan. She's calm enough to clean the weapon. Next thing you know, she's following him down to the beach, obviously distraught.
I'm sure she's capable of turning on the tears when it suits her. Listen to me, I'm so desperate to pretend that it wasn't me. I'm willing to point the finger at the only poor cow who still cared about him.
What if it wasn't either of them? Oh, from what I hear of Dr. Pearce and his business dealings, any number of people could have wanted him dead.
And there would have been a queue halfway down Beach Road.
I've been wrong before, but you don't really seem the murdering type. Neither does Brooke Freeman.
When I rang, I thought I'd be talking to Robin Gardner.
She sends her regards.
Fair enough. OK, listen. I know Kane Harvey's the one she really wants to nail, and I can help her do it. She's been trying to find out how the Whitetails launder their drug money. I can supply the whole paper trail, and I'll testify in court. But on one condition.
Immunity from prosecution.
That's the offer. She can take it or leave it.
Depends how charitable she's feeling, I suppose. We'll be in touch.
Thank you.
I need to know something. Are you sure it wasn't Don Lennox?
If it is, he's charging too much. That was way too sloppy to be him.
Well, I just overheard Fraser talking with Alice, and he's sure that there was someone else there, not just Alice and Brooke.
Yeah, well, he's a defence lawyer. He's bound to cook up a story like that. Doesn't mean the police are going to run with it. And even if they do, Lennox has skipped the country. They'll never find him.
And what about the one who hired him? He's the one I care about.
Brooke, where are you going?
Back to yours for a shower and a rest.
Oh, good idea. Can it wait half an hour? This is Anne. I was lucky enough to get her down here at short notice.
Hi. Sorry to have wasted your time.
I'm not letting you go home in the state you're in. You shouldn't be driving, for one thing.
Well, I'll call a taxi if it's that important to you.
I'll drive you myself, after you've talked to Anne.
I'm fine. Thanks.
Come on, who do you think you're kidding, Brooke? I found you wandering in traffic less than 2 hours ago. I wouldn't be doing my job if I let you walk out of here.
It can't hurt to talk, can it?
Well, it'll be a better use of your time than standing around here arguing. Where?
Your exam room?
Fine. This way.
that woman? I've seen her before.
Anne Winsley, psychiatrist.
I thought so.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you won't want to hear this, so close your ears. Cheap. Oh, cheaper than a limousine. And what is it you really want with a wedding car? Someone else to drive it for you. That's the main thing.
I don't mind.
Oh, we're going to be on a pretty tight budget.
I had another thought. A bloke we used to deal with on the Orchard runs a vintage car club.
Doesn't hurt to ask, I suppose.
Yes. Speak now, forever hold your peace.
I think there's someone here to see you.
Excuse me.
What is wrong with you today?
What do you mean?
I've been speaking to Robin Gardner.
Fighting over me now, are you?
Don't get too cocky, mate. She hasn't said yes yet. Meanwhile...
I've answered all your questions, Detective. I've got nothing more to say.
It's not you I want to talk to.
How would that be with Tanya's colouring?
Hideous. Tell her that's what she's wearing.
Afternoon, Libby.
Hi.
I'd like to talk to you, please, down at the police station if I could.
What?
Oh, don't worry, Mum. They're talking to everyone at the hospital. Nothing to worry about.
Is she right?
We'll see, won't we?
Have you been hypnotised?
A girl at school tried once, but she didn't know what she was doing. I let her think she had me under a spell anyway.
It doesn't work like that. The hypnotist has no power over the subject. Stage hypnotists would like you to think that they do, but it's all part of the act.
I really don't know anything about it.
Well, some people do it to quit smoking. I guess it works as well as anything.
You back on ciggies, I wouldn't blame you.
Actually, I was hoping Luke here might be able to help me dredge up some memories. See if I can remember what actually happened before I passed out at Ethan's.
Sounds a bit dodgy.
Why?
Well, no offence, but how would it go down in court?
Run a search on forensic hypnotism. It's used more often than people think.
There must be some rules, though. Couldn't a hypnotist create false memories?
There's nothing to stop the subject from lying either. Just because you're hypnotised doesn't mean you're telling the truth.
So what's the point?
Well, if done correctly by a registered hypnotherapist, hypnotherapy is simply the inducement of a relaxed state in which an individual can more easily access their subconscious.
I couldn't have put it better myself.
Are you free this afternoon?
But you might want to check with the police first. They may want to choose the hypnotherapist.
Too bad. I choose you.
At least tell Fraser what you're doing. It still sounds a bit dodgy to me.
TK's told me what you've been going through. The loss of a loved one. That's enough to knock any of us off balance. Never mind the way it happened.
So you understand that I'm grieving. There has not been much acknowledgement of that fact around here.
And then there's the added pressure of the police investigation. So tell me, how do you think you're coping?
One day at a time. It's the only way.
TK tells me you had a difficult patient earlier.
Yeah, she was being a cow, but you get that. I should have just put up with it, but I could feel a migraine coming on. I had to get out.
So where'd you go?
I thought I'd better get myself home. That's where I was heading when TK found me.
In the middle of the road?
Yeah, it was stupid. I should have crossed at the lights.
So why didn't you?
I wasn't thinking straight. I was in a hurry. Migraine was getting worse, and before I knew it, I was getting tunnel vision and I hardly knew where I was. If I looked dazed and confused, it's because I was.
Well, then you're lucky TK was there.
Not if I end up in a psych ward. Honestly, I'm wasting your time.
Do you get migraines often?
No. I put it down to stress.
Probably. Have you thought about taking some time off?
I should, shouldn't I?
Well, I don't think you'd get any argument from TK. Do you have a prescription pad here somewhere?
Just there.
Temazepam. To help you sleep.
Thanks.
Then what did you do? Retrace your steps.
I got a taxi to Ethan's apartment, but I got him to drop me a few blocks away, Weasley Street. I got out of the taxi. There was a kid playing on a tricycle on the footpath. She was in my way. I swore at her. I was fuming. And then I walked the rest of the way. I knew what I was going to do. I couldn't stop myself.
Go on. You're doing well.
I went inside, got myself another drink, whiskey. Then I went upstairs to the bedroom, And I got the gun out of the bedside table drawer. It felt so cold in my hand. And then... that's it.
Jump forward. What's the next thing you remember hearing or seeing?
It's blurry.
Okay, Alice. That's very good. If you're sure there's nothing
I was
else.
lying on the bed. It smelled of Ethan. The cologne he always wore. I never really liked it. There's someone there.
Who?
I can't see them. I can only hear them. It's a woman. She's asking for the gun. Alice, give me the gun.
Do you recognize the voice?
No. It might be Brooke. It might not be, I don't know. I don't want her to take it, but she does anyway. I can feel the gun lifting out of my hand. And then all I want to do is sleep.
I hear you're getting married. Big wedding?
Not really, no.
That surprises me, the money your boyfriend's raking in. I thought he'd want to push the boat out. Or maybe he'd rather spend it on a house. Yeah. That'll be your next move, I guess. You won't want to keep flatting once you're a married couple.
We did have a place all lined up, but it fell through. I couldn't raise the finance.
Buyer's market these days, I thought. What sort of palace were you trying to buy?
It's complicated. At the end of the day, it just wasn't the right deal.
I understand you're studying for a business degree.
Yeah, part-time. Work's right behind it, so it's good.
Kieran must appreciate that. Another savvy business mind to call on.
He always asks me for advice. Well, I always give it to him whether he asks or not.
Too bad you didn't give them some better advice when the whitetails came calling. Doesn't seem like there's been much in that for you. Budget wedding and no new house. Where's it all going?
All what?
The money your boyfriend's been pocketing on the side. I hope you got to taste that stolen wine from a few weeks back. It's the least he could do.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think you do. Even I could work it out. I'm not halfway to an MBA. Fact is, I've got enough evidence on your boyfriend to put him inside. And if you don't want to join him, you should start telling the truth.
Call me if you need to. Anytime.
I will. Thanks again.
Has Anne gone already?
Yeah, you just missed it.
What did she say?
There's nothing wrong with me, aside from the fact that I'm grieving. She gave me something to help me sleep. Run and ask her if you don't believe me.
I believe you.
I'm going home now. Don't worry, I'll look both ways before I cross the road.
Good.
And please don't do that to me again.
Do what?
Embarrass me like that in public. Thanks to you, those two idiots think I'm crazy. Least I can sleep through the night without taking a knife to someone. He knows everything.
No, he doesn't. He just thinks he does. No, I hope you didn't confirm any of it for him.
I said I wouldn't talk without a lawyer.
And you didn't say anything about Lennox.
I promise.
Well, that's the main thing. Well done.
He made some wise crack about us spending our honeymoon in jail. Said that we might have to put off the house buying for another couple of years.
He's just trying to wind you up. He's got it in for me because I went over his head.
What do you mean?
I told Robin Gardner I'd come clean about the money laundering. Enough for her to nail Kane Harvey, which is what she really wants because there's probably a promotion in it for her. All she has to do is make sure that I'm not prosecuted, so Lamont will back off because he has to.
And you think it'd be that easy? You think that Lamont is just...
Calm down, okay? Or you'll blow the whole thing.
You don't need to stay, Sophie. He'll be fine with me until Maya gets home.
I don't mind. Are we making too much noise?
Don't be silly. There'll be more noise if you try and put the camera away. The star will have a tantrum.
Yeah, no, you definitely helped me out. Yeah, I certainly remember more now than I did before. Yeah, anyway, next time I see you at the IV... Okay. You're on. See you then. Bye. Look, Derville.
See what?
Oh, I rang him. We had a hypnotherapy session this afternoon. I was so dazed when I left I forgot to thank him properly.
Why would you do a thing like that?
I thought it might help me remember some stuff.
And did it?
Yeah. I mean, not everything, but enough to make me think it was worth doing.
Hi. Well, that's something.
Do you want to watch yourself?
Ask a silly question.
Where's rewind?
Oh, he knows. He'll push the buttons if you want.
Oh, here it is. Oh, oops, I think I may have gone back too far.
JJ, give Mummy the spoon. Please, darling. No, it's not a game. I want you to eat your dinner. Don't you turn that thing off. You're not helping.
I remember that. Christmas Day. You thought you were very funny, didn't you, Jay?
Jay, give Mummy the spoon. Please, Jay, give me the spoon.
Wow. What did we do to deserve this?
He's sacking up. He wants to make sure he gets the best table at the wedding.
Of course you will.
Sorry, you were expecting tables. Probably be eating pizza off your lap with a paper napkin.
Oh, I don't mind.
Assuming we get that far.
Yeah, the budget's going to be a bit tighter than we hoped, that's all. This is great, though, Gerald. Thank you.
My pleasure.
I'll get it.
Were you expecting some?
No.
Detective Lamont, Ferndale Police.
Come in.
Evening. Sorry to interrupt your meal.
Detective, what can we do for you?
We have a warrant to search these premises.
On what grounds?
On the grounds both you and your girlfriend are suspects in the murder of Ethan Pierce.
Hey, Ann.
Dr. Benson called.
He's got the results?
Yes, he wants to see us.
Yeah?
Yes. He's still at work, so he said he could see us now or in the morning. I said now, so can you come home, please?
Sure.
Hiya.
Hey.
I thought you went home hours ago. What'd you forget?
Good question.
Sorry?
This afternoon with Dr. Derville, something came back to me.
Well, that's good. I was scared it would be a big waste of time.
I know you were there, Maya.
What?
And I know you took the gun. But that's where my memories run out. So why don't you tell me the truth? Did you kill Ethan?